How not to forget tasks and how to improve your memory. Prospective memory is a brain function that helps us remember our intentions and not forget our plans. It's not just about recalling the past or retaining information in the present. It's a kind of memory about intentions. Prospective memory isn't a monolithic function, but a complex system that can work differently depending on the situation. Researchers distinguish two main types of prospective memory: event-based and time-based. Both help us remember tasks, but they work in different ways. Event-based memory. The best way to remember things. This type of prospective memory is activated when a specific cue appears or a certain event occurs. For example, you plan to send an important email to a colleague as soon as you arrive at work. In this case, arriving at the office is the event trigger that should remind you of the task. Research has shown that event-based memory works more effectively than time-based memory. That's because external cues help wake up our memory of intentions. So if you want to know how not to forget tasks, rely on event triggers. To use this type of memory, create your own triggers. For example, place the book you need to return to the library next to your front door. Every time you leave the house, the book will remind you of the task. The whole point is that you can completely forget about the book and not burden your brain. But as soon as you see it, you'll remember your plan. This is the best way to remember a task without overloading your memory. Time-based memory, a more challenging way to remember things. Time-based prospective memory is related to performing a task at a specific time. For example, you plan to call your parents at 7:00 p.m. or take medicine 4 hours after breakfast. This type of memory is considered more difficult because it requires us to monitor time independently without external prompts. There is a way to improve your time-based memory. Use external tools, alarms or reminders on your smartphone. But don't rely on them entirely. Train your ability to track time. That way, you'll be able to remember tasks on your own. How to improve your memory and remember tasks. 1. Create vivid associations. Creating vivid images can significantly improve prospective memory. When planning a future task, try to create a lively, even slightly absurd mental image connected to that task. 2. Use the implementation intentions method. This method, developed by psychologist Peter Gollwitzer, involves forming specific action plans in an if X then Y format. Studies confirm the effectiveness of this method for improving prospective memory. Instead of just telling yourself, "I'll call mom," form the plan like this: if I finish work at 6:00 p.m., then I'll call mom right away. This kind of formulation creates a strong link between a specific situation and the planned action. A great way to remember. 3. Group your tasks. Instead of trying to remember many unrelated tasks, try grouping them into logical categories. For example, if you need to buy groceries, pick up a package, and drop shoes off for repair, group these tasks under errands on the way home from work. This way, it will be easier to recall all these tasks at the right moment. The logic is simple. To avoid forgetting a bunch of things, turn the bunch into one unified whole.